Hello, welcome to this Center Code training video regarding process-oriented activities. And in this video, we're going to talk about utilizing task lists within your project. So in this video, you'll learn how to provide directed or step-by-step guidance for beta testing. You'll also learn how to generate your own task lists, and we'll talk about how to utilize built-in task reports. So within the Nighthawk project story, this is part of the pre-launch resources corresponding to setting up these task lists before your testers actually get into the projects and start moving forward, because you want to have things established for them for when they first land in your project. You might also utilize this tool for the management steps, wherein you can create these task lists on the fly as you find that certain features of your product need more specific testing. So regarding task lists, they're configured to provide listed instructions with follow-up activities. As such, you can create a task list containing tasks with different statuses, being in process, complete, cannot complete, and each one of those statuses has an opportunity for next steps. They're ideal for feature-specific testing, allowing you to be very specific and pointed with process or what particular items you want your testers to be focusing on. They also provide a what next or follow-up activities, as mentioned before, allowing you to assign bug reports or comments to certain statuses, like if they were unable to complete a particular task list, you want them to be able to quickly and easily provide you feedback to that. Helps reduce feedback fatigue and increase participation in feedback coming in from your project. Now with that, let's go ahead and take a look at your project tools. We'll be jumping into the Nighthawk project and looking at the tasks tool. That takes us to the task management page, showing a list table with the different task groups and task lists within those groups. The Nighthawk beta project only has beta tasks for task groups, and they show up there in the left-hand menu, as you can see. Now when the user accesses that link on the left-hand menu, they'll be taken to a page showing each of the activated task lists within this particular task list group, allowing them to access getting started and feature review in this case, while web install and Bluetooth connectivity are currently inactive. So within the group, you have a series of lists, and within the lists, you have a series of tasks. So for example, let's take a look at this particular feature review item using the list icon, and you can see all the tasks corresponding to this list. Now in this case, I wanted my testers to focus specifically on one particular feature of my product, and as such, I've had them run through a process of polishing up their photos 3 times and then providing feedback. Now in each case, I can modify the text, being the title and the instructions given, using the modify icon. I can also utilize the report icon on the left-hand side there to show a quick report of which users were unable to complete and which ones were able to complete these tasks. So then backing up, if you want to create your own particular tasks, you'll choose your task group and choose to create a new task list within that group. So as such, we only have the one group here, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new task list within the beta tasks group. I'll choose a name for my task list, and I can provide a subtitle if I so see fit. I can choose an availability time from and until, and then there we get down to the task statuses. Now each one of these statuses has next steps associated with them. So for example, complete, I can choose to have them provide a result comment. I can have them create a bug report, a suggestion, or a daily journal, and those last 3 are dynamic based on the feedback types you have available within your particular project. In my case, when a user is able to complete these steps, I want them to provide a result comment if they so see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and check on result comment. As I scroll down, I want to have cannot complete also on this list, and I want them to be able to provide a result comment, submit a bug report, and perhaps create a suggestion. And in this case, this is because I want them to be able to provide a quick comment. If there's a bug involved, I want them to very quickly and easily be able to create a bug report, or if they have a better idea or some suggestion as to how to make the process more efficient, I want to gather that information. This is all about reducing feedback fatigue and encouraging your testers to provide you as much feedback as possible, while making it also as easy as possible for them to do so. So scrolling down, you have some extra features, including file attachments if you want your testers to be able to attach a file. You can set task priorities or even due dates. Scrolling down further, you have the team access block, wherein you'll set which teams have access to being able to complete these particular task lists. And then finally, along the bottom, you have the opportunity of saving this task list as a template. And that's useful for if you have phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, for example. You can utilize the templates to very quickly and easily make dittos of these particular task lists for use later on in your project. When you're finished, go ahead and hit submit. And we're taken to the place where we would add our own tasks. Now we have our list available. Let's go ahead and create a new task. And in this case, I'm going to make it simple. So you provided a title and a quick set of details, and details is where you'll provide any additional information that the user will need. Sometimes your title is enough to provide them guidance into testing the feature that you want them to test, but your details can actually provide very detailed information as far as what exactly you want them to do. Now this is the WYSIWYG text editor, so you have the opportunity of embedding photos, setting up HTML links, or even embedding video and other media within this particular details list. When you're finished configuring your task, hit submit. you're taken to a page to create a second task. As such, let's go ahead and create task 2 and then submit this when we're done. Again, we're ready to put in task 3, but in this case I've only got 2, so I'm going to hit return. And you can see the list of tasks I have within this task list. When I'm finished and I'm ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and activate this task list and then go back to task management. So you can see there on the bottom are phase 2 tasks. We have 2 tasks there. The status is set to live access, and you can see the teams that have access to it there on the bottom. If I decide I'm not quite ready to activate this task list, again, I can simply click the active checkbox to deactivate it, or I can completely remove it if I so see fit. So now that you understand the features available to task lists and how to create them, we can talk about task reports. Task reports provide simple and quick access to data regarding these particular tasks and task lists. You can utilize the summary icon or the report icon, and the summary icon gives you a quick look at the statuses available and utilized within your particular task list. So how many users were able to complete the task and what percentage were unable to complete the task, for example. Utilizing the report icon allows you to generate full reports on the fly by utilizing the reports tool. And utilizing the data you get out of the quick report, you can actually integrate that into other established reports within the reporting tool. So still within the task management screen, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the summary for the feature review task list. Clicking on that report, you can see the numbers and percentages of users who were able to complete or not complete this particular set of tasks. If you want to get more granular, you can dig in and see the details for each particular task, including the bug reports submitted associated with this task, the individual user responses, so their comments. And if you have other feedback types associated with these particular tasks, you will be able to see individual tickets submitted accordingly. So for example, if I want to see this particular bug report corresponding to this particular task, I can click the view icon and be taken directly to that bug report. And going back to your task management, you can also utilize the reports icon. So the reporting icon will simply take you to the reports tool and set you up with preparing a full report for this particular task list. So you can see the options corresponding to a task list report. Go ahead and scroll down and click next. In this case, I don't want to apply any filters, and I'll generate my full report. Once it's finished, you can scroll through and see all the different items and elements corresponding to this particular task list, including a graph corresponding to each particular task list and the corresponding comments below it. As you scroll through, once you get to the bottom, you can actually utilize the export function to export this task list, or you can save this report and utilize it within reporting in the future. So in this video, we covered providing directed or step-by-step guidance to your testers utilizing task lists, and that's particularly useful for feature-specific tests, or maybe releases wherein you want to follow up and make sure that your testers are looking at particular aspects of your product. We also talked about generating your own task lists and associating next steps with each particular status. And finally, we talked about utilizing the built-in task reports function. So of course, we have more videos coming up corresponding to other pre-launch considerations within your project, so stay tuned.